Hey, y'all, gravity, any day above ground, live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Reaction video time. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I think I finally figured out the setup, how I'm going to do it, and we're going to have fun with this. So, guess what I'm going to react to today? Oh, yes, those American Cholo Podcasts who decided to say that black people should not get reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get it. So we're going to watch it together. I'm going to stop it where I need to stop it. And I'm going to show them how insipid their comments were. So let's begin.
Priority
wait your
over
turn,
equality.
Wait your turn, and to those young raza or raza who want to believe that, you better turn your TV, brother. You better turn your radio, man.
So we think about these Black Lives Matter that they want to be paid.
Here we go. Here we go. The dog whistle has been fired, lumping us in with Black Lives Matter. Okay, American Cholo Podcast, let's begin your education lesson. Number 1, black people do not associate with Black Lives Matter. Very small group does, but the majority of us do not. We caught the finesse way before they got popular. We equated them to the black church. You know, they sell you a whole bunch of nothing, but then ask you for money at the end of the day. Black Lives Matter, all it has done for the black community was bring undue pressure and undue attention to us. See, they get to run around as black people and people of color, because that's the new buzzword term for the last, 6 years. But they get to go around and claim that they're doing things in black people's interests, but then come back and grift money and then leave us to pick up the damage and to answer questions. That's not us, sir. But I peeped that BLM dog whistle that you tried to show, because you're trying to say, oh, all black people do is protest and scream about what they want, and then people acquiesce to it. Well, we tried to do it the easy way. It didn't work. So we went outside in 2020 and got stuff done. We got things popping. We made people uncomfortable. And apparently made y'all uncomfortable because you had to bring that up. But there was your first mistake. Again, don't lump us with Black Lives Matter. Let's continue.
For being slaves and all that?
Reparations.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
But it was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they.
So again, here we are, ill-informed. Yes, there are places around the country that have started reparations talk. But how are you guys based in California and don't know that there's been a reparations task force going on for the better part of a year? Now, I get it. It's probably not on local television programs and your local news. I get that. But you guys are based on the internet, so you should know things like this. It's not that hard to Google something for 5 minutes and just put in California reparations. The task force that I showed on the screen will come up. But again, me and misinformed, not cool. But let's continue.
They already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
And that's when we, the raza, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody getting reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first.
listen, brother,
We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog? This is the United States, a melting pot. How are you going to give it to a specific group?
Because
No, you didn't. No, y'all didn't. Shout out to the American racists. Doesn't matter if you were born here or you were naturalized here. Shout out to the American racists. There's no other racist on the planet that can trump the one trait that the American racist has. The American racist has the ability, ladies and gentlemen, to put out a statement and then self-own themselves 10 seconds later. So let me get this straight. You guys want La Raza to go outside and protest Native Americans and Mexicans. So this is telling me that you guys think Native Americans and Mexicans are the same. Okay, fine. You guys in the Brown Coalition need to go protest against us getting reparations. Well, not me specifically, because I'm non-FBA, but descendants of chattel slavery in America. You want them to be protested against because they've been asking for reparations and it's getting traction out here. But you're cool with them getting reparations right after Native Americans and Mexicans get reparations. But then in the next 10 seconds said that no specific group should be able to get reparations. You said this, sir. You said this. Okay, let's break down what you said. Native Americans, they get free college. They own casinos all over the country. They have legislation on the books that they can get land from the government, even though they probably have to pay tax on it. And, you know, other things that give them protections. But they need to get reparations before black people. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds a whole lot like reparations to me. But okay, maybe you didn't understand that one. Let's go to La Raza. Let's go to La Raza Mexicano. Well, La Raza Mexicana. Okay. You guys, your cousins, you know, tia y tío, abuela y abuelo, abuela, you know, las niñas y niños, everybody, todo, can come to this country and get more rights and more privileges than black people who were born here. Sounds like reparations to me. You guys are put in a higher regard than black people. Sounds like reparations to me. You guys can eat off the city, state, and federal money more often than not have a problem. Sounds like reparations to me. Black people have to basically burn down an entire city to get a law passed to try to protect ourselves against the police. La Raza could have someone from their group shot by the police, and within a week, the city or the state legislature will change the law and hold that cop accountable. Sounds like reparations to me. See, it's easy to come on film and say ignorant statements because you think, I'm appealing to my audience over there. They'll like what I say. Here's the problem with social media, sirs. When you say things like that, it'll show up somewhere, somehow, some way. Now, I got this from Tariq, but I did see it in other places. Who knows where Tariq got it from? Probably got it from one of y'all, if you follow the line. This was not a good look, but I would have expected as much from people who are very ignorant on the idea and the subject of reparations. Now, let's play the game, because people know on this platform I like to play the game. Let's ask the question, pregunta, if you want. Would you have gone to Jewish Twitter and said that? Probably not, because you know what would happen. You would be on an apology tour like y'all did with Tiger. Would you have gone to, let's say, who else got reparations from this country? Would you have gone to the Asians and said that? Y'all are in California, so you know how the Asians got down with the government over there. Well, maybe not, because from what I heard in this podcast, you guys are very ignorant of history. But do you think the Asians, the Japanese specifically, do you think you would have told them that if they were due reparations from the government that they need to get in the back of the line before they get theirs? I don't think you would have done that, because you know what would have happened. Y'all would have been on an apology tour. Interesting. Let's continue. Who else got money from the government? Oh yeah, that group, the LGBT. Would you have gone to the LGBT Twitter and said that, hey, LGBT, y'all need to take a back seat until, La Raza would have gotten their money first. Then y'all can get your money. I don't think you guys would have done that, because you know what would have happened. You would have been to every LGBT spot in LA on an apology tour, and probably would have had to pay out some money to one of their foundations. But it's okay, because Black Americans, you feel, have limited power, so you feel like you can say this. Don't worry. From what I know about Black people, and I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at for giving away this little trade secret in Black society, we don't forget. See, a lot of us like to forgive, but there's one thing we all can agree on. We don't forget. So just consider yourselves another group put on the list. So for any other Black person or brown person or whatever, POC, whatever y'all want to call it, who thinks there's still a Black and brown coalition, I hope this video shows you that's dead. That's the definitive nail in the coffin. Because if there was a Black and brown coalition, the best thing they would have done on this reparations talk was not said a word. But it shows that it bothers them, because they know what's going to happen once Black people up here get their reparations. There's no more exploitation of the Black community. People will be in charge of their own economy. You're going to have to pay them to do business. And if you don't want to pay them to do business, guess what? They'll just walk away and do business with each other. Everybody grows. Y'all start losing your money. You start losing your livelihoods. And guess who you're going to have to run to go get some semblance of a foundation? That's right, white daddy. And that frightens you. But that's okay. As long as Black people are uncomfortable, everyone will be uncomfortable. But let me get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out.